Come and grab your friends and listen to this podcast, Chapter 1. Okay, hello, welcome to the podcast. I am here, Pablo McCrimmon, internet superstar, and this is my stud best friend, Harrison West.
Hey.
Yeah, he's very, did I mention he's a stud? Yeah, he's entertained them for a little while.
Okay, well, so I was born in a little town in New Hampshire, and I was born a little baby, and I was born on a rock, and then I fell out off that rock into the ocean, and the ocean swallowed me up with great gusto, and it ate me, and so that was sad. But then I was saved by a dolphin, and I grew up with dolphins, and then I moved here, and yeah, that's the story of my life.
And that was Harrison West, super stud. Now, the first topic on this program is the rampant war, or lack thereof, on internet and hashtags. Now,
Oh, yeah.
I think these hashtags are way overused. And I think, personally, hashtag let's ban these hashtags.
I second that opinion, I must say.
And we have our special guest here today, Roger Homerson, local doof. Hello, Roger. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
You are on our podcast. This is my associate, Harrison West,
Hey.
and you are our special guest today. Now, Roger, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, Roger, talk to us.
Alright, well, my name is Roger.
Well, that's very nice. Excuse me for a second.
Well, while Pablo's gone, I'll tell you a little bit more about myself.
I Nice.
I was born. Oh, I already told you that. Well, once the dolphins took me in, I learned to consume fish as my only form of sustenance, and I was a pure fish eater, and I developed gills for a little while in my life, but then I one day was washed up by a storm, and I was put on the beach of Virginia, and it was very sad, and
That must have been very dramatic.
I walked for miles, and I found a little coffee shop, and there was a surgeon in there who removed my gills,
Oh.
and he
And made you a real human boy?
I was a real human boy.
Yeah.
I had lost all my past, and I was to myself, and I'm really proud of my accomplishments.
Well, you should be. Once again, folks, that was Harrison West, super stud. Now, Roger, why don't you... what do you think about the war against hashtags?
I think anyone needs to really, calm down and, hashtag take a break.
Yeah.
You know, I would have to agree with you. I mean, I feel like everybody's hashtag freaking out, and I really think that people just need to step back and look at the situation and be like, do I like hashtags or not? And it's just that simple.
I hashtag second that opinion.
Yeah. That was a sip of my tea, sleepy time tea. It's my own personal recipe. It gets me very calm and gets me into my podcaster voice. Going into our second segment of this podcast today, we're going to move on to our second topic, which is, are babies getting dumber?
Yes.
Personally, I feel that babies are the smartest universally smartest creatures that we have ever known, and I feel that they're even smarter than, all grown humans and dogs and cats, and it's very disappointing for me to hear that people are saying that, babies are not smart.
And I have to agree with that, Pablo. I was once a baby. As I said, I was born on a rock and I fell into the ocean. And I did all of that as a baby. That's pretty smart,
That was quite an accomplishment, I have to say, yeah.
Well, another thing here is that babies are also self-aware. They probably have an alternate universe, but they can't really explain it yet until they become actual adults. They lose their previous knowledge and become actual smart in other topics, stuff like that.
Yeah. I do have to say, though, babies are evil, pretty much. Because the thing that makes you a good a good person is empathy and apathy, and babies don't know that yet. So they just don't. They're not nice. They're not good.
Yeah. But it's kind of like psychopaths are not nice, but they're really smart. Like, they get away with a lot of crimes.
That's true.
So babies are kind of like little psychopaths.
Yeah, you have to be pretty smart to. Babies are. That's a good theory. I'm gonna. So folks, what our super stud here on local set, was saying, is babies. They're basically like little devils, and they should all be exterminated. But for the sake of the human race, I think that they shouldn't. So Roger, would you like to expand on that thought?
What?
Would you like to expand on that thought?
Excuse me? I would like to expand on that. Babies are, in fact, weird because, they believe in, they believe in Satanism. And with the babies always are like worship the Satan, something like that. And when you think about babies, do you think Satanism? I say yes, you should. Babies are always the number one sacrifice to Satan. And whenever you think of sacrificing, you think of babies, in fact.
Yeah. I certainly think of, whenever you learn about, like pagan traditions and ripping out hearts, I think, hey, babies, they probably have that running through their mind like 24/7. That's why we have to brainwash babies, make them good people.
Yeah. We gotta teach them how the world works. You can't let them run around like cutting people's livers out and like looking for green spots or something.
That's true. It's a bad idea to cut out livers.
Yeah.
Note to the audience, if there are any young, impressionable children listening to this, note that you should don't steal livers, because that's just gonna lead you the wrong way.
We do not endorse liver dissection.
Yeah, don't do that, because you're a horrible person if you steal someone's liver. Moving on, our next topic in this delightful little podcast, is some more recent events. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that guy, the skydiver guy,
Mm-hmm.
that had a seizure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know about that? Oh,
that was...
Dude.
That was bad. That was bad for him. I feel like... Some people just do stuff like that, and it's not good. We have our first song here today. It's by Coco Comics Records, and it's called Just Two Kids. You can buy this on iTunes sometime. And yeah, here you go. And this is by PopZMC and Huifo MC. So here we go. We're gonna play this right now. This is a rap we made really quickly. Don't eat leaves. Don't eat pricklies. They will poison you, or maybe not. But still, it's not fun to caught. Oh, in a caught. Oh, don't get caught in a caught, cause then you'll get caught. Oh, and then here's Harrison. He's gonna rap about something really fun now.
Yo, what up in the club? I like going every day to the club. And when I go to the club, I get all the ladies. And I go home later.
Now it's probably MC again in the mic. Oh, get the past in the bike. Oh, I'm gonna ride on a bike. But I don't know how to do that because my parents are really bad at parenting and they didn't have time to teach me. This is a true story. Don't tell your friends or they'll be all gory because I'll kill them with a knife. Because I don't like people knowing my secret. So I keep it on the head because I'm really ashamed that I don't know how to ride a bike. Because I never go and now I don't know how I'll go in life. Because what if I have a girlfriend who's really, really exercising and she goes and he's like, oh, hey, you should bike with me. And I'm like, oh, sorry, I don't know how to. And she's like, I'll beat you up. And then she tells all her girlfriends that they shouldn't date me because I don't know how to bike on a bike. Now it says Huifo.
Yo, what up? This is a song about bikes, because that's what he said. Now let's talk about juice. It's really juicy when everyone, she said. I don't know what to talk about, because I am a boring person. Every day I go to the store and then I get juice, but not really. Really? Yeah, party time. We're gonna party all night, every night. Yeah, let's go to the party now. Oh, party!
Oh, and this is the final thing. I'm gonna finish this off because I'm just a kid. Oh, I'm gonna go and rap in the rap tap. Oh, I got a cap on. That's a rap. It's a rap with the cap in the hat. In the cat in the hat, man. I read that book when I was 5, and then I puked on it. Oh, because it was so good. I freaked out, and I was all like, oh my goodness, it's my giblets. Oh my gosh. And that was Just Two Kids by PopZMC and
I'm sorry, I'm just crying because it's just so beautiful how you describe how, your bikes are just
it's a very powerful song. It discusses
very powerful.
That is the definition of beauty. Like, if you just got, pure beauty, it would just be the iTunes download for that song coming soon. Link somewhere. Link. We'll give you a link when it's up there. Yeah. So
we are arriving at our at the 14-minute mark so we're going to take a short commercial break and we'll be right back to the podcast. Don't go anywhere. Are you tired? Well, then you should take xylophone because it'll help you. Okay, we're back. Now, an important topic that I really think that we should talk about is the Keystone Pipeline.
okay.
See, what happened is it was sent to the president, and then he vetoed it. I agree with his decision because I really think it was a bad idea.
Because the president was all like, no way, Jose, and just, decided to say, nope, and just smacked it right down to the ground. That's
true. He hit it with a... There are some pictures of him hitting it with a baseball bat. Just search, I guess, Barack Obama pipeline bat, and then you'll get some sufficient pictures.
So with the Keystone Pipeline, do you think that President Obama's decision to veto the Keystone Pipeline should not have been so harsh as as exclaiming? Do you think he should have said no? Do you think he should have said no way, Jose? Or do you think it should have been see you later, alligator in a wild crocodile? What do you think about this?
Personally, I think that he should have said, in a while, alligator.
You know, I think he should have said. I think he should have said, "Go die right now, stupid pipeline."
That may have been good, actually.
I think that would have been sufficient.
Very good point on the speech. But I was going to bring up another thing. If you said "Go die right now on a pipeline," that might offend the people. People who don't want to die right now on a pipeline.
That's true.
Think about that, huh?
That's true.
Yeah, maybe.
That's very true.
Maybe. So, I don't know. Just a personal opinion, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah. That's
That was a tidbit of Uptown Funk by Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars. Because my computer is silly. Anyway, moving on to our next topic. Are video games ruining our water supplies?
Oh, yes, they are.
Because they really pollute constantly.
If you, play a video game, as I said earlier, Xbox melts snow. And with snow melts,
That's true.
that equals global warming.
That's a true
And
fact.
Global warming, that equals messed up water.
Yes. That's true. Because there's a scientific proven direct to the thing. Yeah. So
If you've been watching the news recently and you live in Virginia, you might have noticed that in Hopewell County, a water treatment plant overflowed or something, and now everyone who drinks water dies.
yeah.
So, that, and if you look at the statistics, statistically speaking, Hopewell County has 1,000,000 times more video game players.
That's true.
It's
It actually is the most it's got the most amount of video game players in the world.
Correct.
Alright. Okay, do I have to bring up a topic here?
Okay.
Not at all. What is?
Alright. So, you know how the internet has been blowing up recently over, that's right, the dress.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. That's
Alright. Well, apparently 2 new colors have been discovered. Apparently the dress can also be black and purple. Or it can also be blue and white. So what do you think it is? Do you think it's black and purple or blue and white?
I think, honestly, it's black and purple. And hear me out here. Because black and purple are the colors of death. And that dress, it caused 27,000 people to die.
Yeah.
that's
So,
yeah.
that's what
That is true.
yeah.
It's true.
My input on this?
Anyway, going into a more personal note here, I have some bad news for all of you fans out there.
Alright.
I recently got unfriended on Facebook.
Oh my gosh.
And I didn't even get I understand when people have to unfriend somebody. I get it, but I mean without any kind of forward warning, they just cut it off, and I'm just like, You know?
That is the noise of destruction.
I mean, why would you, and I'm not the kind of guy who likes, who's like, oh man, I got unfriended. I'm not that guy, dude, but seriously, I mean, what the heck, man? What the heck?
Dude,
Why would somebody, I don't like it. It's not cool. And you know what? I need to be liked by everybody, and it's not appropriate. You know?
What you should do to get revenge?
What?
You should unfriend them.
Oh my god. I wish I could, but I really like them, so I don't really want to.
Well, you know what you should do? Like, behind their back?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, they won't know, and your friendship will remain. It's just a little bit of revenge. You should tell all their friends to unfriend them.
Oh. That seems kind of harsh. I don't know if I want to do that either.
No, listen to me.
I don't want to. No.
You listen to me.
Oh.
You can do this, man.
Oh.
Hey, this is what you have to do.
Do I have to?
Yes, you do. It's like you will never feel better. You will have like death in your life.
But
the rest of your life.
it's a whole big thing, you know. I gotta say like, oh, I'm gonna unfriend you, and then I gotta have like a whole countdown to the unfriending. It's a whole big thing. It's a whole big deal. I don't want to do it. I got stuff to do. I have animations to do. I got babies to feed. You know, I can't sit around unfriending people.
Yes, you can.
No,
This is what you have to do.
Oh, but it's so difficult.
Roger, what do you have to say about this?
I believe that, I agree with Harrison on this point. Unfriending people is a major part of society. Because, when you think about unfriending, you think, this will turn out really well. No, it's not going to be. It's not going to be on either side. The person unfriending feel bad, because, you know, they're going to lose another friend. The person on the receiving side is going to think, dang it, I lost a friend today.
But it's so difficult. It's like I gotta say, hey.
You know what else is difficult? Murder.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Like, for real?
I mean,
It's like murder. It's like really hard, but something you gotta do sometimes. It's just. Are you guys seriously comparing murder to unfriending somebody on Facebook? It's pretty similar. Like, if you think about it, like it's like you lose a friend or you lose a person in your relationship in both instances, and and the person dies inside and outside in both instances. Well, outside in one, inside in both, and.
Well,
just, you know.
I mean, guys, I'm not the kind of guy who just is vicious and just gets back revenge on everybody. I'm not that kind of guy, and I like being friendly to people. And hey, maybe they unfriended me for a reason. Maybe I'm flawed.
You know, but you're not flawed.
I'm very flawed, obviously, because we're talking about murder and unfriending someone on Facebook as though they're on the same level of.
You know what, man? Just ignore that. You're not flawed. It's them who's flawed, and that sometimes people who are flawed have to be murdered.
You know,
or unfriended on Facebook.
Looking back on my comments on their pictures, I actually think I understand why they unfriended me. I'm pretty sure I called their family ugly. On multiple occasions.
You know what, though?
But
Past, man. At this time,
I don't know.
There's no reason for them to unfriend you now. Like, that was like, what, like million years ago, basically.
Okay, well, that's... Okay, well... Anyway, we are going into our next segment. Which is where we discuss about things.
Yeah, just things. You know? Things happen.
Dead air.
Yeah, well, so, sometimes when I stand, I feel like a dolphin. Help.
Yeah, dude, I mean, you can never really... Dolphins, that's an interesting topic there. You know, I once... Speaking of dolphins, because you're a dolphin, or you used to be, you were...
Dolphins were my foster parents, so basically I am a dolphin.
Yeah, you're from a dolphin... You're from a dolphin descent. Yeah. But, you know, dolphins are very interesting creatures because I once met a dolphin. I believe his name was like Stan or something. I'm not entirely sure though. But basically, the main item of this dolphin's life is that he had a strange obsession with little wind-up toys. And when I went to his apartment, which was far deep into the Atlantic Ocean, I found that he had this room that was just filled with wind-up toys, and these wind-up toys they were just like were like wiggling around and just like bumping into each other. It was a big mess. He was later kicked out of his apartment for mistreating animals, because it turned out those wind-up toys weren't actually wind-up toys. He actually had like small sea creatures, and he was stuffing keys into the back of them and turning them. So it was very gruesome. But that was my experience with that whale.
Yep, nice. Alright, so,
If you
can we get another topic here?
notice, if you had been listening to that story, I changed it from a dolphin to a whale. He did kind of morph back and forth.
I heard you say whale.
Anyway, we have a topic by Roger.
Alright, so could I talk about feral cats? Particularly cats becoming in the wild makes no sense, because why would cats go into the wild? Why would cats even go into the wild? Makes no sense. I mean, it just makes no sense, because feral cats going into the wild, they should always have like homes and like everything else like that. Just it's not enjoyable to think about. It's not enjoyable.
That's
It's just, they should have homes, but they don't have homes. Right. Right. Yeah.
Well, I have to agree with you, Roger, on that one. Feral cats are a problem. I once met a feral cat. I believe his name was Stan. I went to his apartment, which was in a little litter box. It had like a litter box like garden in the back, so it was very stinky. I did not enjoy this getting in there, and also it was like the size of a little like crawly space. So it took a little while getting in there because it was definitely very tight of a fit. And so when I got in, I found he had this strange obsession with snow globes. And so he had a bunch of snow globes in this one room, and they were just like filled up. And of course, he hadn't shaken them up because that would have taken a lot of time. And once you shake all the snow goes up, all the snow would have fallen again. And so you'd have to do it again and again. So he had developed this machine that shook them constantly, like they were vibrating constantly, and so the snow was always falling. And I thought, hey, this cat's kind of like a genius. He was feral though, so I had to kind of stay away from him. Kind of be careful, because at any times he could have bitten me, and he did. I ended up with some pretty bad rabies after that. But what I later found out was that he was actually kicked out of that apartment because it turned out he didn't even have snow globes there. What he was doing is he was taking like huge towns like Chicago and shrinking them down and putting them into a glass dome and sprinkling snow all over them. So a lot of people died. It was very gruesome. And that was my experience with that dog. So next topic, we're going to be discussing the recent snowfall.
Oh yeah.
I once met a snowflake. I believe his name was Stan. And I went to his apartment. It was actually it was very cold, so I had to wear a jacket and everything. And also, it was almost like I was unable to even see it. I'm pretty sure I stepped on it, really. And so that was pretty much the end, because I stepped on his whole apartment and killed a lot of his friends and family. It's very gruesome. And that was my experience with that snowflake.
That's pretty interesting.
So yeah, there has been a lot of recent snowfall. It is warming up though, and this brings us to our weather portion of the show, where we'll bring you the latest weather from Mechanicsville, Virginia. Right now, feels like 23 degrees, and it's very sunny. Now it's gonna continue to be sunny for a while. The sunset should be around 7-ish or 6-ish, 6:30-ish. I don't know. But it's gonna be sunny for the next few days, really, and no real chance of rain until about Monday. Until about Tuesday, actually, where there's an 80% chance of some showers. But the temperatures just keep getting better and better. It gets up to like 63, 57, 61, 51, 50. It's good stuff. Some later showers later next week, but looks like it's getting pretty sunny here in Virginia.
You know what my evaluation of all this information is?
What?
I think this means it's gonna snow for the rest of the year. That's what I think.
That's an interesting
Personally.
evaluation, and I have to jump on there with you. I agree with you. I don't want to brag or anything, but I consider myself quite a scholar when it comes to weather. And I have to say, due to the recent snow and ice and horrible stuff, I think that this is a trend that isn't yet done with its full on blast.
And I believe, looking at these temperatures, looking what's happening, I think, it looks like it's warming up, right? But that's just a facade.
Yeah,
it's a government cover-up.
That's a deception of weather.
They're trying to cover up the snow. It's gonna snow for the rest of the year.
That's on record. By Harrison West. Did I mention he's a super stud? Now, the next section of our podcast today, is we're gonna do some stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the important thing about podcasts, is that they always have stuff.
Yeah.
They're filled with stuff.
Fire.
I'm gonna take a short duck out. You two keep them interested. Am I right?
Alright.
You ready? So,
Here.
yeah, Roger. I'm pretty good. You know what is going to be the topic of my current discussion?
What?
Fire. The
Nice.
spark of life.
Wow. And you're talking to fire. I'm actually about something actually very deep on my mind. Alright? So, there's this thing on my mind right now. And this thing is all my free time.
Right.
It's basically just, created decades of hard work and stress for me. And let me tell you, it is so worth it. And it actually very, very, very dear to my heart. And that is my mixtape. So,
Yes,
Yeah.
Roger's mixtape, Fire, is...
Your mix.
It's quite an emotional roller coaster, really. It brings you through ups and downs with its different, textures of the songs. We have a special guest here today. Her name is Sophia McCrimmon. Sophia, would you care to say hi?
Hi.
Yes, Sophia is, she goes to Maggie Walker Governor's School, so she's quite bright.
alright.
Currently, she's on her computer, so she's not listening. But, Sophia, what do you think about the current, war on hashtags?
Well, I like hashtags. I think they're a nice way to spice up your language. I also think that if you use them ironically, they can be kind of funny too.
We've got a hashtag alternate opinion here.
That's very true.
It's a piece of opinion I disagree with, as hashtags are currently not funny. They are in fact overused and used by more people than actually needed to. People describe their life story in hashtags instead of just, tagging a person in a photo. They just describe out the entire day and the theory of quantum physics in hashtags.
I feel like hashtags are way overused, and I feel like we should all just start calling them by their correct names again, by the way that they were originally named on the keyboard, because it's where did this hashtag business even come from? I mean it's silly, it's overused, and Sophia's leaving. We have bored her to death.
You were not a very good host.
I'll get technical difficulties. You guys entertain them some more. I'll go get her a chair.
You know what is hashtag on fire?
What? My mixtape?
Your mixtape.
Absolutely.
It's so hashtag on fire that when you put it in any device, the device will light on fire.
Yeah.
Literally. It's that intense, and it's bad for your device, but it's good for your life.
Okay. Now, Roger, speaking about this this mixtape that you have, how much kashish are we talking here?
Well, I can't really put it into words, but you know what I can put it into words? My new song. It's pretty cool. It's so I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna rap a little bit, alright?
Okay. Oh, so we have some rapping here from Roger. Here we go.
Alright, this is from my new song. It's called Tilapia, alright?
I'm excited.
Holla at your boy, yeah, I can do a lot for ya. Speak of my language, you talking about tilapia, yeah, tilapia, yeah. Talking about tilapia. Speak of my language, if you're talking about tilapia, yeah. Holla at your boy, holla at your boy. Holla at your boy, yeah, I can do a lot for ya. Holla at your boy, holla at your boy. Holla at your boy if you talking about tilapia. And thank you.
That was fabulous.
I think we should present this song to President Barack Obama for his executive review, and he'll love it.
Right. That's very true.
It's absolutely beautiful.
We have
What?
some songs here to play. This first song
What?
is
What do you want me to do?
is a good one. Let's get some songs to play.
I have a lot of playlists.
Get a podcast playlist.
We're having some technical difficulties here.
We are very inexperienced at podcasts, if you haven't noticed yet.
You know, it's okay. Inexperience is all part of learning. Yeah, this next song is gonna be pretty beautiful. It might just take a little while to come. What do you have to say on this issue, Rogers?
It's a little bit iffy for me because I think it's just a little bit
Should I?
iffy on the line.
Sure.
But overall, I believe it's still iffy. I guess it's good overall.
Yeah.
We have. So here we go.
Yeah. Let's do this.
I have a song here by a little known band called the Confections, Small Town. This is from their first album, Capital Blue, and it's called 83 Green Tangerines, and it goes a little like this. I mean, goes a lot like this. I mean,
Yes.
this is what it goes like, and here we go.
But wonder why you see the things you do. I hope you know I wanna try to take you back in time to see the world knocked on its side. Let's go away from here. Keep looking back until we die. 83 green tangerines roll by so high, so high. 83 green tangerines roll by. Your smile's like an orange wet in the sky, so high, so high. 83 green tangerines roll by. Float by, float by. I'll stay alone tonight. Lock the crowd outside the door. Hit play and dim the lights, and the world will melt away.
Yes.
That was a really good song.
That was a very good song.
Alright,
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal song there, really. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Moving. Yes?
Never mind. You go.
You.
So I want to talk about a person named Quincy Matthew Hanley.
Interesting.
Quincy Matthew Hanley. He was born October 26, 1986, in Weisbad, Germany. And what happened was he played football from 6 to 21. He played receiver, quarterback, and tailback. And after he graduated high school, he went to community college. And then so basically what he did, his name was Quincy, so he turned into Schoolboy Q.
Wow.
That's
Schoolboy Q.
interesting.
Schoolboy Q was a very, very notable rapper during his time. But he was sent to jail for doing drugs. And as every single rapper, he had to go to jail for doing drugs because that was a thing back then. Going to jail for doing drugs was hip.
Alright.
So after he went to jail, he became famous. And now Schoolboy Q lives happily ever after in the end.
Fabulous
Wow.
story there.
Dude.
Our next segment
Is well, we're gonna talk about
our associate, our producer Sophia McCrimmon just left the set. We are gonna talk
about
a little bit about the state of
the state of
all of our lives.
yeah.
But before we do that, we're gonna play another song. By the same band, the Confections. And this little ditty is called Hey Chance.
High on a yellow cloud. Last time I saw you linger well above the crowd. Stop to smile, 'cause through your ears you heard the sound of all the nights that came to pass. Still haven't touched the ground. One day you tried but faltered, had to turn around. That bittersweetness dragged you pound by pound from the soft and swaying grass. Hey chance, swing by the steeple, give us a rationale for waking every day. And if you cry o'er the poor boy with his paper cup, he lingers, tries to take enough with him and drink it in. Atop an amber moon, you held your kneecaps wrapped up tight in your cocoon. Right now the stars won't get along with you. Can't make them see your point of view. After resting for a while, you stood up stretched out, said that pouting's not your style. Took a leap of faith that the night could not defile, and started towards the sun. Hey champ, swing by the steeple, give us a rationale to dream of better days. And if you're mad, yell at the rich boy with his looking glass. He'll let you blame it all on him. Cool down within, deep in an opal lake. You slip between my toes. That night we swam real late, splashing in the cold to the saddest daybreak, till you melted down like glass. You have it hard, it seems, to be invisible and find out what it means. Float around aimless and pass from dream to dream. Slow down, you move too fast. Swing by the steeple, give us a rationale for pausing by the way. And should you smile, smile for the quiet girl in her window pane. Maybe she'll open up and let you in. Go for a swim, don't want to let you go.
Okay, so, we're gonna, while that beautiful song was playing, our associate Roger has left the set. But we are going to finish up this podcast pretty soon.
Yeah, we are.
And that was my impersonation of an elephant in pain.
Okay.
Basically, we may do this again, so tune in sometime and listen in. We promise that we'll be better next time. Now, Harrison, you had something you wanted to say to them while I go get my instrument to play this out.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to say that you can't discriminate against dolphins. Dolphins are people too. They deserve the same rights as all other Americans have. So, yeah, I was once basically a dolphin, and then I lost that, but still, I still have the blood in me. Yeah.
That's true. He does have blood of a dolphin in him. This has been the podcast. Tune in next time if you want to hear us ramble on about silly stuff. And yeah, we had some fun. We had some laughs. We had a talk about dolphins. We also listened to some great songs. And now it's time to end. So see us next time. Not see us, you'll hear us. So enjoy the gap in time and you will hear us again. This has been the podcast. Listen to us again. Okay, bye.